The Google Nexus 5 is a device we've all dreamed of, we've wished for, we've waited on rumors, and it's finally here. You can pick it up for just $349 or $399 depending on the 16GB or 32GB variants on the device. And the pretty cool thing about it is that it's not locked to any carrier, so you can actually pick it up at that price, basically half the price of what you get for, say, a Galaxy Note or even an LG G2 or even the well-famed Galaxy S4, and not be tied to any carrier of your choice. And I think that's one of the main beauties that this device has brought to the table. Now, in terms of specs, it has, as you're looking at it right there, that is an 8 megapixel camera with OIS built into it. It's got an LED flash in there, and yes, it does take some decent pictures, and we'll talk about the camera in a second. The other cool inclusion into this device is wireless charging. As I flip it around, on my tilt wireless charging case, it actually comes on and it's charging, because this has built-in wireless charging in there and allows you to take advantage of some of those features on your device. So the Nexus 5 really packs in a lot of features that high-end phones do have. One of the main distinct features is that it comes with a Snapdragon 800 processor. Yes, the processor you find in the Galaxy Note 3 and the LG G2. So this thing packs a punch with 2GB of RAM, and also is running the latest version of Android 4.4. So it really goes to say that Google has packed in a lot of high-end features onto the device. So besides all the horsepower and all the heavy materials of war that's been packed into the Nexus 5, how does it actually feel as a device? So I do have the white version of the Nexus 5, and I will tell you the white, I actually do like it. You know why? I've seen pictures of other people who have the black Nexus 5, and it looks like a fingerprint magnet to me. I don't have to clean this off, and I do like the contrasting colors of the white and the black as it shows off on my device. The ring, or the massive hump that some people have called it, for the camera doesn't look offsetting. It actually looks like a complement to design to this device, and I actually do like that. The Nexus logo is clearly printed on the back, and it's got a nice flush finish here, so it's not slippery, it's not a glossy finish, it's something I can still grip and hold. Now, of course, the front of the device, you can see, yeah, fingerprints all over the place, but you do have a 5-inch 1080p display. What's interesting is how they've changed the notification, which shows up at the bottom. As you can see there, my notification LED is right here at the bottom of my display, and on the top you see that white circular section there. That's actually my earpiece, so that actually shows me where my earpiece is. My front-facing camera is there, and it's about 1.6 or 1.9 megapixels. Not too sure now, but you guys can check the specs there. Now, in terms of other hardware features, you've got micro USB in the bottom, and thank you for those who corrected me. This is your speaker on the left and your mics on the right. They're not both speakers on here. You can expand it with micro SD, so you do have to pick one of the two variants, and I picked the 32GB variant here, but you do have cloud storage options with Google Drive as well as Dropbox and all those kind of things there. Feel of the device, it feels comfortable. It feels light, much lighter than the Nexus 4, lighter than the Galaxy Note or the G2. It feels like something I can easily hold. I do have larger hands, so for me, it's quite easy to turn this on and turn this off, go through my different options and use. Now, looking at the display, you can see Thor there, which I will be watching tonight. The display looks vibrant, looks sharp, and actually is one that actually shows up quite well on this screen. Now, we all know what Android 4.4 is, and if you don't know in full detail, you can check out our Android 4.4 review, which we've done. But some of the things here that they've really done to optimize the device is with the new launcher, and also with the OK Google feature. Now, the launcher basically has, of course, Hangouts there, and Hangouts replaces your SMS application and it works out very well. It's a little convoluted, but you know what, I can see where they're going with it, and I do like what they've done. You've also got the OK Google feature, which allows me to say, OK Google. It should pop up. Let me turn off my wireless here. It should be, hold on a second. There we go. All right, let's do that again. Let's see what we do. OK Google. There we go. So that feature turns on and it's on every single aspect of your device. You can also bring up the Google Now by sliding up or by going to the left hand side of your screen, and it shows you what I'm interested in terms of my weather, stocks. There we go, Twitter, which I bought today. Yes. And you have all those features on this device. Now, battery life is one concern that some people might be interested in, and I had mixed versions of battery life use. Now, when I first got the device, my battery actually drained quite a bit, so I did have to do a reset. So if anyone actually experienced that, let me know. Most people haven't, but I would say I was able to get about 12 hours or so, 12 to maybe 13 hours of battery life before needing to charge. Now, this is not a battery workhorse. This is not like, say, the LG G2 or the Note 3, which have a 3200, 3400 milliamp battery in there, roughly. I'm not sure the exact numbers. I can't remember the numbers offhand for the Nexus 5, but it is a smaller battery compared to those two, and you will notice that. So I can turn on Bluetooth all the time and use that with this, but it still was good enough to last me before I needed to charge. And on moderate use, I could probably get I was able to get longer battery life, close to about, I'd say 18 or so. So the battery life is decent on the device. It's not bad, and it's not terribly fantastic either, but you still get good battery life off the Nexus 5. Now, we know it has a Snapdragon 800 processor, and how is gaming on the device, and how is functionality with the Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 handles games very well, and I suggest you check out our gaming video to see the kind of games we actually tested with our Nexus 5 and how well it actually did a good job in gaming without any stress. There is some heating, as you would expect, but nothing terribly crazy like, say, the Galaxy S4 that literally was a hot magnet for me. But still flawless, less stress, and nothing actually to impede my gaming enjoyment here. So the Nexus 5, as I mentioned, has an 8 megapixel camera. And we've done a camera test, and I want you to check that out and see that for yourself. But I'm going to look at some of the camera features. Now, it's a stock Android camera. So what that means is that it's not inundated with a lot of features that you find with some of the third-party manufacturers like, say, Samsung or LG or HTC. So you do have very simple camera settings. You can go into the camera, you can change from camera to video. You can do panorama. You can also do the sphere, which is more like a 360 video photo capture. If you go into your settings here, you have the ability to go to HDR plus. There it is. You can check into your white balance, your main settings, your flash, and of course switch over to the front facing camera so you can see me here recording with my 1020, and we can also switch back. Now, as I mentioned, with the camera here, you can see the settings here. You can change your scene. We can also do action, things like that. We can actually do different things to change the way. We can also change our picture size. Now, this is where I have a little gripe with the Nexus 5. It only shoots and captures images at 4:3 aspect ratio. It doesn't actually shoot and let you capture 16:9. That's the stock camera app. You can change that using a third-party application if you choose. And also, it's got the simple settings of just sliding up and down to access the settings on the screen. Now, to go to your images, you just slide left or right. So I can say take a picture again of the tilt charging stand here using HDR plus with all this extra lighting. I can go back in. That's my image right there. And then it's got a cool editing feature, which I can actually go in and fully edit the photo to my heart's extent in the photo editor or Google Plus photos. Either one will still do the trick, and I can actually go in and edit the photos whichever way I want. In terms of other built-in functionalities, there's not much that's actually built into this device that you find with, say, other third-party smartphones. You do have Google Drive here. You also have Quick Office, which Google now owns, to give you that office experience. If I can actually find it, I think I actually lost my Quick Office, but you do have that in there. I do have to re-download it for you. No, I cannot find it, but you do have that. You also have your Google Play Music, and of course you have access to all the different applications. Now, what do I feel and how do I think about the Nexus 5? I'm not the biggest fan of stock Android. To me, it's one of those things where surprisingly I do like TouchWiz, and some of you will hate me for that or chime on me for that, but what I do like with Android 4.4 is the smooth nature. Flat design is not my favorite thing either, but I do like the fact that it makes the device very smooth and very seamless. So I enjoy that aspect of there. I wish to see more from Google and its technology bases to fit into their stock devices where more gesture features are introduced. Yes, I do like gesture features as long as they are practical and useful. The Nexus 5 is a very good device, and I think it's a device a lot of people will love to pick up. Now it's available, you can pick it up for T-Mobile and Sprint. And the ability to get this device without actually paying a contract is a huge plus. So the Nexus 5, is this worth a buy? Yes, it is. If you're a T-Mobile customer, you definitely have to pick it up. If you're a T-Mobile customer and know how to get Wi-Fi color on this thing, let me know, because I actually am not sure right now. But right now, I say this is definitely worth it. It's worth the price. And also it's also worth the hassle of not dealing with a contract. So if you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google Plus. It's all Bored at Work with 2 O's. Like this video, share this video. Also, check out our Google Plus giveaway, which we have right now with Kingston. You can win a Kingston headset, Kingston gaming headset made by SteelSeries, the Siberia V2 HyperX edition. Till next time, guys, this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.